overworked himself. Apart from the spiritual angle, God, I don't understand that one. God did not show me. I don't understand that one. He said he won't sleep.
Like always on top of the matter.
Always, he want to be in charge of everything. At times you have over how many foreigners, you're the one who will see them. Even the in-law of Moses, they come and call Moses, you will kill yourself. You have to delegate power. He had his own way. That's why I'm saying you can't say he didn't go to school. He went to school, but not British school, American school. He understood life. He taught me about women and power women. Joshua was the first person who sat me down and taught me about the power of the night.
The power of the night.
Yes. You see, you know, the Bible did not capture everything about God. But there are people who went to where the real thing is. And they got it. Joshua told him, only do you know that everything God created has grace? Only that's why God said, only the same grace he gave to night. That if you want to be great, Dayo, don't sleep at night. Only day unto day, uttering voice. Only night, give you what? He gives you inspiration. Even if you cannot pray, don't sleep. Once your soul is awake, they cannot summon it. Then he told me about women. He said, of all the things God ever created, womanhood is the most powerful. The whole humanity were asleep when God created woman. So it's a secret no man knows. You see, I don't have the privilege to say an elder lied. You understand?
I understand that. Yes.
You see, but if you see the operations in the synagogue, you see, you will see element of deception. You understand? Most of the things we see there are not real. You understand?
Like mirage.
Yeah. Some of them are. You see, some of them are just put together just to manage your mind.
Let's quickly go back to TB Joshua before we round up.
Okay,
when
sir.
you heard that he died, how did you feel and where did he meet you? Did you believe that he can even die at the age of 57?
You see, when somebody called me very late, they were calling me as if I was his brother. Hey Joshua. Well, the first person who called me was even going out tonight.
That's great young man.
Yeah.
That great man. Our friend, our brother.
My brother, I did not believe it. I was thinking, as usual, he has faked it. I'm sorry. I was thinking maybe he has got to a level he will just tell people he was dead. Then 3 days after, they say he has. Joshua could do anything. So I couldn't believe it. So I had to call my sister Fashola. I said, hey, missing back to no. Honestly speaking, I did not believe. How would I have believed that somebody like that? I would believe you could do and undo. You see, but I believe one thing. So when they told me that he died, I didn't believe. In fairness. But I called him one day. Because he will even be talking to you, he will be sleeping. He overworked himself. Apart from the spiritual angle. Because I don't understand that one. God did not show me. I don't understand that one. You see, he won't sleep.
Like always on top of the matter.
Always. He want to be in charge of everything. At times you have over how many foreigners, you're the one who will see them. Even the in-law of Mosia, they can't call Mosia, you will kill yourself. You have to delegate power. You understand? The flesh in us will want to take his course. Even most time in the boat, Jesus Christ will be sleeping. Because he prayed all night. Number one, he overworked himself. Number two, I'm sorry, most institutions and churches that had such
power of the night, a woman.
Okay, that had such sources and beginning. I'm telling you, I'm sorry to say, their ends are predictable. And once the actor dies, that's the end of the film.
Just like our just when you go.
Yes, we have people like that. You understand? And I had warned him, try to delegate power. But people who suffer personally to get such things and they make personal sacrifices, they don't teach anybody to take over from them.
That's an irony, sir.
They don't. Because you can't replicate such sacrifices and you cannot transfer such powers. You see? But he was a man who understood life, Daddy. He saw, he looked for that power and he got it. He was the first person that taught me about the power of women. You understand?
Power of women.
Yeah. He had his own way. That's why I'm saying you can't say he didn't go to school. He went to school, but not British school, American school. He understood life. He taught me about women and power women. Joshua was the first person who sat me down and taught me about the power of the night.
The power of the night.
Yes. You see, you know, the Bible did not capture everything about God. But there are people who went to where the real thing is. And they got it. There's a realm they call the spiritual. It's not meant for Christians. It's meant for people who can pay the price and get there. Lucifer goes there and come back because he got the key. But it's supposed to be meant for us. And Babalawo, they understand it all.
The traditional herbalists.
Yes, they understand it. It's a realm that no pastor is interested to go. So they won't encourage you to get there. That's how our life is the way it is.
It's a sacrificial realm.
It's a sacrificial realm. You don't stroll to that place. Only time you go, you kill Luwalo.
Yes, sir. And to matter
yes, that's a realm. That's a realm that exists.
That's Psalm 24.
That's a realm that exists. So when I learned that he died, I didn't believe. And as usual, you see, I don't like people just dying like that.
But you didn't tell us the power. What was he saying about power of women and power of the night?
Yes.
What was he always saying about those ones?
Yeah, when he was telling me about power of the night, he used a particular part of the Bible, which is a Psalm word that says day unto day. You know,
Psalm 19.
Do you know Babalawo people? They use the Bible.
I didn't
the word of God.
The same Bible?
Yes, sir. You see, people have been using word of God before Bible existed. This book of the law shall not depart. There was no Bible then. Now.
That's Joshua 1:8.
There was no Bible.
8.
When they were saying about the word of God, it existed before they wrote it. And there are places you access it.
As at that time?
Yes, sir. And these are laws about the law of the dying. Joshua told me, only do you know that everything God created has grace? Only that's why God said, Only the same grace he gave to night. That if you want to be great, Dayo, don't sleep at night. Only day unto day, uttering voice. Only night, give you what? He gives you inspiration. Night, give her power to the day. It was the same power that God used in Genesis. Night existed before the day. So if you cannot control your night, you can't control your day. The power of the night. That is when decisions are made. That's why he told me, I cannot sleep. Only time any buruku man shinkan, kin wa lo sun ke lo san kan mi lori. You turn it to joke. But the fact is that every night decisions are made concerning your destiny. And that if you cannot pray, you need just stay like this. Because if you don't sleep, they cannot suppress your soul. So even himself, he was afraid to sleep. Because anything could happen.
Despite all that power.
That power. If you become the Agbaje, they can overpower you, sir. Overpower something. Even if you cannot pray, don't sleep. Once your soul is awake, they cannot summon it. Then he told me about women. He said of all the things God ever created, womanhood is the most powerful. The whole humanity were asleep when God created woman. So it's a secret no man knows.
The whole humanity was asleep
when God created womanhood
out of the ribs of a man.
Yes, sir. Nobody want me to do what? But to my source here. That was why, even when Abraham had issue with the wife, he reported the case to God. God said, go and listen to your wife. And in the principle of production, what you produce last is always powerful than the former. You don't produce something that is less powerful than the one you created. But you know the saving grace for women, the women, possibly they don't know that they are very powerful. By the time women know they are powerful, then that is the end of all of us. So please don't let them know that they are very powerful.
We'll make sure we don't let them know. So that it won't get into their head. It won't get into their head and you
women are very powerful. I know God does not call them much. They are very powerful. When you say that if you find a wife, already is favor. They are very powerful.
Even the King David that saw Bathsheba became powerless.
And when Jezebel came, Elijah ran now. Somebody that killed 450. Only continue Rio. It's not that Thomas. Elijah took 450 prophets of Baal. They are not worshippers of Baal. But to be day, Daddy, Elijah, Osa, Uniedu, woman. When you saw an aspect of a woman, no aspect, Jezebel if you're on Elijah. Only told God, oh, you kill me now. You know, these are major secrets. These are major secrets. And unless you find out yourself, there's no church where they're going to teach you the secrets of the kingdom or the secret of life. There's no church where purpose is taught. There's no life. Yeah, purpose of life, destiny of life. You are just guessing. There's no institution that will tell you the creation of God. God created some for something. It's meant for you to know. Why would they teach you? If you want to know it, they say it's not Christianity. Then what is it? So we completely, things that are affecting our life, you don't understand how they function. How do you know why God created sun? Why God created moon? No pastor can teach you that. If you want to go to that life, they say, no, you are going too far. They have a name for it. So the real purpose of life, how life functions, there's no institution, there's no organization where it is taught. You are just giving 10 principles to prosperity. And those things that are controlling prosperity, you don't know them.
And the motivation speaker will just come and bamboozle you.
Yes, and just go.
And take their money.
Yes,
and by the time you try to, you discover that for Georgia.
Meanwhile, the same Bible will tell you that the race is not to the swift. But what is meant for It's just mentioned, but don't try to find it out.
So that means Joshua knows much about this thing and he was implementing.
He studied them. He understood them. He understood them. What he decided to use those knowledge for, they are different things. You know that even those people on the other side, they are custodian of information, spiritual information. If they call somebody a morning star, it's not your grammar.
Is that deeper meaning?
It has deeper meaning. It's in control of the. He brought Jesus and said, see all of these things. They belong to me. Jesus did not say he was lying.
Jesus didn't argue with him.
He can't argue because it belonged to him. Until he was able to take the key later.
Through death.
Yes. These are deep. The real principle. And life is governed by principles and law. And your ignorance of the principle and laws will not exempt you from the consequences. If you don't entrench yourself, acquaint yourself, and empower yourself with the knowledge of the key and the laws that govern life, there are laws that govern life. Your ignorance of it will not exempt you from the consequences. And unto them more as Christian, we go like also.
Well, just
look at the riches. I mean, the rich men in the world. How many of them are Christian?
Majority of them are not even. They don't even have time for church.
It's about the law that governs life. Understanding the law, understanding the principles. I told somebody. I said one of the reasons why I love football is that football teaches me even more things that some people I expect to teach me something. Football is the only thing that will tell you about law. Yes. Football is the only thing that will teach you that in life there are two categories of men.
The winner and the loser.
The players.
The players.
And the spectators. And the spectators are always more than players.
The spectators are always the majority.
Yes, sir. Even if you are a president, among the spectators, you are still a spectator. And football is the only one that will teach you that in life there can never be any operation without a goal. Goal post. Goal post. And the goal post determines where you face in life. And football is the only one that will teach you that in life you must have a mentor. Even if it's not directly, you can have mentorship by leadership. In football, they call it a coach. You must have a coach of life. These are major things that God created for you to learn. God did not have to wait until you go and read the Bible for you to learn. If you can't learn from nature and things around you, don't need to learn. Do not go to Harvard University. You would have said go to your pastor.
But he said you should go to the ant.
Auntie. Everything God created, He gave grace. Go to the ant.
The busy life.
Football is the only thing that will tell you majorly and teach you about the importance of timing. Whatever goal you score before time is not counted. And the one you score after is not counted. It's about time. To buy the till Lord Daddy. And to see teach you that you don't become a player overnight. For example, to become a real player of life, you have to attain skill that come through education, skill, attitude, and God. These are issues of life. Issues of life. And these are things that, you see, they are put into men, either through the church or through the family. But if you like, go to Harvard University, go to Susan University. The greatest education you can contain in life is home training.
The greatest education?
The greatest education you can attain in life is home training. Only talk more than you're not you talk. It's not A for apple. It's home training.
It's
home training. But when you have absentee parents now,
That's in generality now. The father is chasing money, the mother is chasing pleasures.
Even if you have the highest and the greatest anointing, to balek or lay your leg.
Will you say you saw that in the lifestyle trajectory of TB Joshua?
It is possible. I actually do not know much about his upbringing. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
You see, Joshua did not look like somebody that was weak. He knew what he was doing. Everything that he attained, he worked toward it. That is the way I want to go. You don't understand. He made up his mind that this is the path I want to follow.
He was conscious of it.
He was conscious of it. He knew what he wanted. None of people don't damn the consequences. He wanted that power. He wanted that dominion.
You know, there was a day we went to synagogue. It was the second day of the collapse of that house. That was September 13th. So it's Saturday, 2014. Myself, Chief Dili Momodu, and Senator Jizokalu. We went, it was around that time Okudingba died doing his jogging, and the following Saturday I have to take Chief Momodu was flying in from London. I have to take him to the Okudingba's house in Okota to greet the family. And on getting there, we saw the Dr. Jizokalu came with his entourage from Abuja. And after greeting the family, we moved to the house of Mr. Mike Awinfa, and Chief Momodu was saying, "Oh, I'm going to TB Joshua," because as we were in the hotel, Senator Ogwafiomi told Chief Momodu that, "Oh, have you heard that a house got killed people in TB Joshua's compound and out there?" And they even showed us a video of a helicopter hovering, which was, for me, I believe it was an RNG. And Chief Momodu called TB Joshua immediately. We were all having breakfast, myself, Chief Momodu, and Senator Afkuyomi. And TB Joshua said, Agbaje, every Miketolo. Afkuyomi was going to Accra. Immediately after that breakfast, he flew into Accra. Myself and Chief Momodu drove to Okota, and we saw Jesus Okalu. And from there, we moved to Michael Wifa's house. And because Chief Momodu wanted to go to TB Joshua, all Jimi Okalu canceled all his other schedule and followed us. So we used his police escort, everything to break in from Okota to Ikotun. And when we got there, there was a lot of razzmatazz. The vehicle conveying Chief Momodu, Senator Jikalu, and another senator, I don't know his name, and some other VIP, they allowed that one to enter into a place, and they blocked all of us. And some of us were hanging at the gate. And I told some of my guys, I said, between money and power, which one is the most important? All of them, the vehicle says, "Oh," I said, "No, it's power." They said, "Which kind of power?" I said, "Spiritual power." They said, "No, when I said, change spiritual power, you will get the money." That look at the way they are just troubling us. We have to be begging the police, "Please let us enter." I think it was, he said, Ngozi Bride or something, that was the spokesman. All of them were at attention. They were doing as if they were guiding TB Joshua. Then, as we were crying in the upper, eventually the police opened door. I have to light one of the police that he came, because they didn't want to send him to come and pick some of his staff. So me, myself, and another staff were there. When they mentioned the name, I said, "I'm the one." The other staff said, they didn't deny. So we enter. Then Chief Momodu was saying, "Oh, I'm going to China this evening. We have to see Papa. If we don't see him, I'm going." So they have to tell us to enter the vehicle. They tell them to enter the vehicle again, take them to another big hall or somewhere. We have to start following the vehicle, rushing. When they open the gate, we have to force into the place. And some white men came to usher us into his room. And that was the first day I've been seeing him face to face. When he was talking, he was looking down, and my mind was telling me that this is a lie. That they cannot look at our face. This is a lie. But we were there. We left eventually. Chief Momodu calmed him. When he entered, he saw Chief Momodu's boys, Ojikadu's boys, and he was like, then Chief Momodu said, "Alagbema worry," meaning that he's safe. So, but what I want to put on is that I said it's a spiritual power. And that's what I could deduce from his lifestyle, that the spiritual power brought him fame, fortunes, and respect. But look at how it ends.
The thing is, you see, spirituality is also dimensional. Just like we have in the secular, there are some things you have that does not last for a long time. And it depends on the one you actually acquired at the end of the day. You see, and even let me tell you, even if you get power from God, you're still not going to exist forever. The way you earn is what matters, and what you build. You see, because even the Bible says, "By their fruit we shall know them." You see, whatever God builds does just not evaporate like that. You understand? Jesus Christ, after he's dead, the Kennedy would not just have gone like that now. We have seen individuals. There's a time they said they wanted to be harassing Jesus Christ. Somebody had to stop. No, the disciples. And somebody say, wait, on his own you understand? There are some things. Look at even Lucifer himself confronted Jesus Christ, just like I was saying.
Yeah.
Before you cross that Rubicon, before you cross that bridge, Lucifer will visit you. And say, why are you suffering yourself? Just come, I will give you my own part. It now depends on you to say that yes or no. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So before this generation, there has been powers and sources of power, and we know all of this. But one is, you see, the consequences, the results are always different. They are always different. By their fruit,
you shall know them.
You will know them.
Does it say something to you that immediately he died, they locked the church up till this moment, and they said that people the other day were even shocked when Pastor Abiara of CAC was the first one to go and greet his wife. Then he was one that came to commiserate during the service, and they were saying that he's the wife. Some people are now saying, oh, he's the wife. Then some people say it has to be a wise man. I think there's one wise man from either Cameroon or somewhere that is still there now. Wise man Racine. So people are now fighting, oh, it's wise man Racine that will take over, it's the wife that will take over and all that. But the church is under lock and key right now. So do you see a situation like that of Jesu Igbo, that the place became a relic and there's nothing happening there than some maybe ghost town and all that?
It is a sad, it is sad to note, and sad in the sense that, and it's also an irony, and we are all supposed to learn from it. I'm telling you, our generation is supposed to learn from TB Joshua.
Our generation now?
Yes.
It's a serious matter now?
We're supposed to learn from the life of TB Joshua.
Is it?
I know that, you see, nothing lasts forever.
But love you really.
And let me not deceive you, and I'm sorry to say this. This is the end. That's the end of an era.
The end of an era.
That's the end of that.
Do you know I met Chief Alex Akin 11 years ago? I think 2005. I interviewed him in his communication house in Surulere, and he told me the headline of the story in Hallmark then was TB Joshua is a liar. That was Chief Alex Akin of blessed memory. TB Joshua is a liar. He said he has taken some people to him. He couldn't solve the riddles, and he invited him to his house both in Magodo and in Ondo states. I mean, that he didn't honor the invitation, that he has been trying to get one or two things from me, he didn't get it, and that he just told me something that TB Joshua is a liar. I'm talking about the Lobosi of Odonland, the former Minister of Information under General Babangida, a very smart man, very charismatic man, saying that Joshua is a liar. Do you agree with Alex Akinele?
Let me tell you, sir, and God is my witness. After that publication, Joshua called me and few of my friends, and we're trying to see the possibility of bringing Akinyele to the synagogue.
I was the one that interviewed him.
Hallmark then?
Yeah, Hallmark, yes.
Then you should know Mobola.
Larry Badmos.
Yeah.
Yes, she's my friend.
Yeah.
I think she was working with us. She just left then. She just left. She used to work with us then.
So we're trying to bring Akinyele back, and he sent us there. And the same thing he said in Ipa was what he told us. You see, the way Akinyele said it, I may not have this privilege of saying it that way. You see, because number one, I told you, he was my friend and an elder. Akinyele was senior to...
Yes, in our application.
And you know, I'm taught not to say an elder has lied. There's no way in Yoruba land, you can never say an elder. But Akinyele could say such. You understand?
And get away with it.
And get, because he was older. I think Akinyele too is... where is he now?
No, he's late now. He just died 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yep.
He too is late now.
Yes, sir.
But he had he could say that. You understand?
He was angry.
Yeah, even when I'm angry, You see, I don't have the privilege to say an elder lied. You understand?
I understand that. Yes.
You see, but if you see the operations in the synagogue, you see, you will see element of deception. You understand? Most of the things we see there are not real. You understand?
Like mirage.
Yeah. Some of them are. You see, some of them are just put together just to manage your mind. To manage your mind. I have taken people to him. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And I didn't get a favorable result. You understand? I didn't get favorable results. But whether all those things we see there, whether we are all totally false, honestly, I cannot say.
Yeah.
You see? But as deception. Just like I told you, I encountered it as an individual.
Yes, sir.
You understand? The guy was too much in a hurry to get to some places. He would have just allowed the thing to evolve and grow.
Yeah, just like
you understand.
Step by
you already
step.
got some powers. So why missing it again with a lot of deception here and there? The one you cannot do, why not just say you can't do it? But he didn't want to accept that there was something he could not do. That was one of his problems. You understand? Because I will not completely say all those things were totally false. No. I'm not in a best position to say so. But there were so many that were arranged. Where arrange them? When you can easily just use those you can use, even if they will come back again. Do the one you can do and just leave others. But he wanted to demonstrate that everything he could do it.
Perfect.
That was one of his problems.
But what of his philanthropism? Because after he's dead now, everybody say, oh, he gave out so much rice, he gave out a thermometer, he gave out a transformer to communities, he brought lights here, but we're also talking about accustomed money, because I read in this book a situation whereby a journalist was trying to do the story of the Abiola sister that impregnated two of their daughters and messed their life and disvirgin all the three sisters, despite the fact that their father has helped him when he was struggling. And their father even died worshiping in that church. Okay, now, he arranged a lawyer that did it. They didn't know he's a lawyer from his own side. One lawyer, Shegun, the man died, he eliminated the man. But what I want to find out is that
Shegun is dead.
Yes. Now, what I want to find out is that they said when the story was going on, they put money, they begged a journalist in Newswatch not to do the story. I think, no, is it Newswatch or one of those papers, okay, not to do the story. I think it's the News or something. No, not it's the other one in Ujodu. Is it Tell? They said they begged them, but the journalist turned out the money. It's a female journalist, and because Gbemisola was involved, she called Aleza Kinle to please help. But they now discovered that all the editors said their new laptop was Joshua that bought it for them, and all of them are hungry. And you see a situation, a vicious circle whereby before you get somewhere, his money has already gotten there, but eventually you saw those organizations collapse. There's a publisher in Lagos now. He's the only one that has a soft sell now. The day they brought money to the gates and they said from Joshua, he immediately rejected. And when he discovered that the bundle was money, for him to look for those guys, they have disappeared. So he just said they should share the money at the gate. He didn't touch that money. I know him. He's somewhere in Bagada. He knows himself. But look at all of them that have collected money. You see that most of them don't have their magazines again. Even those magazines whereby they say they bought laptop for them, the paper is collapsed. Some of them are jobless now. So they've sold the magazine to one idiot that bought it from them, including Newswatch, and the magazine is not in existence. So, sir, is philanthropy, will you say those people that earn from those money, are they safe in the long run, spiritually?
My dear, let me tell you plainly here, I don't think they are safe. Because I am a victim. There's somebody you mentioned before we started this interview, and I don't want to mention his name. They say it was with the son.
Is it the champion?
Tuji.
Okay, that is the journalist Wakama that I read.
Not Wakama, Tuji.
Okay. That is director and the son that later worked with the governor
yes,
in Oyo State. And
we sat down one day because he was equally close to Joshua. We sat down one day. As a matter of one of the people that Joshua even drafted to this the magazine he opened from.
Yeah, I remember he called me when I published Bisola's interview. He called me, spoke to him 2 hours. He wanted to even take me to Joshua, but I just told him to go and buy the book first and read. Then I can follow him to Ikotun. I remember he's a very great guy. Yes.
And we sat down one day. He now said, Dayo, we're talking. Only, one lady just passed, one of the Joshua's aides. So this girl was so small when he started coming to synagogue. And since that time, Joshua has been giving money to people. And that one say, the money he has been giving to herself, Kila Finchi.
That's a very big
You
question.
can never get somebody. Let me not be superlative and say never. But to my knowledge, I've never seen somebody who say I collected money from him and I use that money for social investment and he's still standing. Twice, he tried to set up a newspaper for me, what I did today. So it begs the question.
Alanda even gave you 300,000, which was a big money then, but today, I don't know, you took it to the bank and something like that.
No, nothing happened to the money in the bank. You see, when the first, he gave you see, even without really mentioning figure, plenty money, you don't understand. When I wanted to start this magazine, the first check he issued was 1.something million.
That's a lot of money then.
What are you saying? Zenith Banker stuff. And money to equip the place. I just ended the way others have been ending. You cannot get somebody who will stand today and say, I thank God, oh, this thing I'm doing, it was because of social money. Sir, I have not seen. Instead, if you join that money with other good money, I don't know. You
just disappear, to fizzle.
You see, these are issues that Nigerians will not believe. But honestly speaking, it's true. It's true. You see, because number one, it seems that this money tend to have its own peculiar source. If not, it cannot just be going the way it has chosen to go. You see that all of us that lack managerial capacity.
No, sir. I don't.
You understand?
I don't believe.
So you cannot see somebody that say, oh, I thank God though. Okay, everybody have been saying he has given me money. Ask them, whose business is still thriving by virtue of the money you collected from him?
In fact, somebody told me that when I was doing my presidential campaign, he gave me bag of money twice. But look at it now. Even it's like the destiny of these people have motor accident now.
I don't want to hear that he gave me money. What he asked you to do with the money, how far is the thing going?
How far is the project?
Yes, sir. Then begin to ask people. That is the problem.
Because the issue of cost money is something a pastor has agreed to speak with me on that. Cost money. People don't seem to agree that there are some monies that when you enter your life, it's like a Yahoo boy that just made money from Yahoo Plus and he's doing philanthropism, is giving things to people, and you think that okay, you can use that money to do a business will sustain for a lifetime. It does not add up. Or somebody that have done charm money and maybe they bring the money 1 million every night and the money must finish before the next day, so you start doing philanthropism and people are collecting the money, they say, but eventually you discover that the life of these people that took the money look like a rag tag. You see them individually and they don't amount to anything.
Sir, you don't even need to go far when you're talking about money. And I want to say this within few seconds. Even political system. Tell me, those who have stolen so much money, what happened to them? And a few months after they're out of office, you hear the name of their children.
No, sir. Some of them are not begging.
So I won't even go there. I worked with a very popular politician before. And he was just helping people under me, buy car, do all of this. And I called one day, I said, he didn't even help me. Only Dayo, don't be angry. Only this is not the kind of money I can give to you. I won't say beyond that. Jesus. You see, there's something about money that even me myself, I don't understand. Except those who are pursuing it. You know, I told you I've never had money before.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know the character of money.
Yes, sir.
Possibly when you are talking about money, we have to interview those who know about money. You see, but what I know is that, you see, I have worked closely with some of these people, and I realized that some of the money they give to us, my brother, it has not been helping us. That's just the summary.
Try. Maybe we call it mirage money. Yoruba we call it owere.
It should just go like that and leave.
The way it comes, it just go. You can't even say, okay, this is what I use this money for.
Except, to buy fish faji.
Maybe you have to go bring your
go for moti. I know many people there were on his payroll. They will go and get money for, they say, for their ministry. And they don't understand though. They know what is happening. I don't know.
And most of them cannot even buy a jacket of...
What? Where are you going? You can't go nowhere with that kind of money.
And they look like Fashola now. Most of them are even miserable now. And because when he died, all of them were coming out, oh, he gave philanthropy. Say, well, I know that he shot out money.
He was doing that. Even before he had all this edifice here and there, he would do like they say, Dayo, you know I've spent 3 million this morning, this and that. Consider to him. Money, real money. You see, let me tell you, sir. There are 3 ways through which the devil gets at somebody. Number 1, deception. Open deception. The second method is manipulation. That one will not look like force. I'm going to come in a way. If I call you and say, let me give you like something million, you'll go and build your this thing. It looks so whatever. You understand?
It looks fantastic.
Serious manipulation.
Yes.
And the third way is to possess your life. Just like in Luke 22:2, the Bible says, and Satan enter into Judas.
Just like that.
Just like that. He can possess you. He can deceive you. And can manipulate you. He can manipulate you. The devil knows about proper manipulation, and it takes God to help you.
So it's
because the person is going to use, it will be difficult for you to resist that person. Just like Peter talking behind Jesus and say, you won't die now. That's a very good advice to give to a friend
or a leader.
Well, he told them, you are no longer my disciple, you are my friend. And they were relating as such. That is why one of the major crises of this generation, let me tell you, Mr. Gbenga.
Yes, sir.
Is not between bad and good. It's between good and right.
Between good and right. Yes. What do you mean good and right, sir?
Thank you, sir. If it's between bad and good, we can easily differentiate. But the devil is sprinkling between the good and right. One, it's not about doing the good thing, but about doing the right thing. For example, now I'm a pastor, or let me say I'm a worker under you.
Yes, sir.
And you say, Dayo, when you get to the office, please help me clean the office. I say, okay, sir. And I begin to arrange a chair. I'm doing a good thing, but I'm not doing the right thing.
You're doing a good thing.
Or I can't go and work in Enugu and expect my salary in Cross River. If I want to dress from the house and I start to wear my wife's clothes, it's not a good clothes, but it's not right for me. It's not about you doing what is good, while you doing what is right.
It's deep.
If God is calling me, I say, Dayo, go and do so thing. I say, okay, look at Jonah.
Yes, sir.
He was still carrying his Bible. And he's running to Tarsus. But that was not the right place.
He told him to go and do something somewhere.
Yeah. He was still carrying his Bible to go and still preach there. But it was not right. You can't give me money and say that I'll go and buy a car. You already have a mental picture of the car I will buy. Then one day I'll just come with a caterpillar. I'm not going to use it for farming.
That is disgusting.
It's not the right vibe you expected me to do.
Yes.
So the devil will manipulate you. He can even help you to do the good thing, but it's not the right thing.
Okay.
You can imagine the guy will tell you, I say, you will not die. It's a good thing not to die. But it's not the right thing not to die. I'm not expecting you to go and eat in your house and you carry the spoon here away if you see your bed. It's a very good spoon, but it's not the right spoon that if you get.
No, sir. It will look disgusting.
Yes.
And traumatic, sir.
Yes. Those are the area the deception. The devil will not come with a gun to kill you. He manipulates in a manner that. That's why the Bible says there's a way that seemeth right.
To the ordinary man.
Yeah. Say by the end of in fact, look at when Samuel got to the house of whoever. He said, surely. He said, surely. He didn't even say, this should be the man. He said, surely. And God said, you have lied.
That is another one.
According to him, this is the right man.
He's handsome, he's tall, he's...
And he say, which is good to look at the face. So when Myanmar walk on, which is the right thing to look at. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
So those who are good in the art of manipulation, they won't give you wrong thing. The devil will not lie 100%. The truth there can even be 99.
Oh, the truth can even be 99.
Yes, sir.
But that 1% lie, manipulation, poisons everything.
Poison everything. So you will see it. This is water now. But it's not 90, it's not 100%. That is where at times the Bible says the mighty can fall. Because of your inability to differentiate between good and right. Not between bad and good. Because the devil will not come with 100% lie. It's going to be means. Look at what killed this man, Judas. He never meant to kill Jesus Christ.
Yes, he was thinking Jesus can resist them.
Yes, he would carry the money.
Yes.
And Jesus Christ will free himself. And he now say, God, I have betrayed an innocent Lord. And he went to hang himself. The devil, the Bible say, and Satan entered into Judas.
Just like that.
Daddy. Disciple.
Jesus.
That's why when you talk of some NGO here and there, say, are they greater than Judas? That's the problem. It's our inability to differentiate between good and right. As you were expecting me now to come to your studio, kick on good, very good clothes. They're not, are they not good clothes?
They're very good.
But they're not right.
It's dramatic, sir.
Even in marriage, there's no woman that is bad, but it might not be right to you.
Yes, sir. Individually.
Daddy, I use Toyota. If I go to the market and I decide to buy Honda part is good, but it's not right to my car.
I agree with you.
That is where major errors are. That's why major crises. We have major crises. If you cannot identify the rightness of your life, then you will be thriving in error.
Thriving in error.
Yes, sir. There are varieties. But how do you choose the one that belongs to you? Even when you're talking about blessing and prosperity, there's a right time.
It's season.
Yes, sir. It's not about goodness, it's about the rightness. There's a time to talk. That's what the Bible is saying.
Yes.
You're in the right time.
Ecclesiastes 3.
Yes. What season professes to us is about rightness of everything. So it makes everything beautiful.
In its own time.
In your own time, the right time.
In its own right.
Yeah.
That's why God's time is the best.
Yeah. So they can still carry money that is good to manipulate your destiny and destroy that destiny. For example, look at, God can speak to you and say, when girl, go to Calabar, this is what you are going to do. Calabar, how much are you going to make in Calabar? I say it's 10,000. And that's what God wants you. And I say, no, just go to Ilorin, I will give you 10 million. Is money not good?
It's good.
But it's not right at that point in time.
That 10 million is not right.
It's not right.
It's not the season.
It's not the season. Because life is just the cumulative effect of what your choice is. And how do you differentiate between good choice and right choice? Even pastors that are me, I would say they are great men. In most of their choices, they didn't choose rightly.
Even from wife to material acquisition.
They are good, but they are not right. Decisions.
Just like a pastor that just died now, he was a virgin and he married a woman that just had children for another man, and the woman now is accused to have been the one that managed his death and all that. Oh my God.
And that's why the problem is. That's why it seems as if maybe the devil is just winning. Because you understand all of these. They are not things you can decide through flesh and blood. was telling one pastor, sometime I went for the workshop, I said, of all, if anybody is giving you 30-something, 50-something prayer point, who can guess? There are 3 most important prayer points in your life. The 3 most important things in your life, Mr. Gbega. 3 most important things. Number 1.